Spice your life up with rice. Hey!
The earliest history of rice in America traces all the way back to as far as the year of 7000 to 5000 BCE. However, it was not transported into our country until about 1609. 2 centuries later, a type of rice seed known as Oryza glaberrima, which was cultivated in Africa and brought during the Atlantic slave trade, arrived in the US. Another, called Oryza sativa, had been cultivated in China and so forth, brought to California during the 1876 gold rush. The unfortunate factor is the way in which rice was introduced to America. Not only were African American slaves forced to travel with their natural rice seeds from Africa to America, but when they returned, those who had not formerly been a slave had become enslaved due to their owners' fears that African Americans acquired more knowledge of rice production than they did. Japanese immigrants were also turned away from their home country because of a ban that the Japanese government placed on the exporting of their native rice. This was due to a heavy food shortage that had been occurring in Japan at this time. This forced several of them to relocate to America, relying on California rice, which completely shifted their diet. From that point forward, the idea of growing and building industries that produce rice has further been diffused to several states across the U.S. like Louisiana, Texas, Arkansas, Missouri, the Carolinas, and the Mississippi Delta. Between 1890 and 1900, Louisiana and Texas became the largest provider of rice, producing 75% of it within the nation. I'm also personally proud of that because I reside in Texas. I, as an American citizen, recognize the hard work and the immense strife that many minorities, including African American and Japanese, faced to allow our country to become successful in its production of rice. Many of my ancestors were enslaved, as well as forced to travel to America to offer their natural seeds of rice for harvesting and production. Despite this factor, I am still so thankful that their contribution has so forth benefited our nation in being able to feed families all over the states. The production of rice has been able to provide 21% of energy as well as 15% of protein for humans. About 900 million people of the world who experienced firsthand poverty and that are severely undernourished are also able to rely and benefit on rice production in the U.S. for consumption. Whether my family and I are rejoicing about its wonderful flavors around the dinner table when my mom has used it to cook, or we've filled it in socks to make homemade beanbags to play cornhole with friends and family, rice has been personally special to me because it's brought such wonderful memories for the people I hold dear, and it served as a factor of unity. Although National Rice Month has concluded for the year of 2024, I will forever celebrate and appreciate the impact it has made on my family, along with so many others in our country and in our world.
Oh, spice your life up with rice. Hey!